Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome to today's Jworld Hangout. I'm your host, digital media specialist for Jeunesse Global. My name's Kesia J, and joining me today is our industry expert on all things Jworld, Mr. Adam Vincent Gilmer. Good morning, Adam. How are you? Okay, I think Adam dropped off, but he is joining us again. There you are. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
Good. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, it is a holiday weekend, so if my background looks a little different, I am actually coming to you live this morning from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I was born and raised. I now live in Dallas, but I'm home visiting my family for this fabulous holiday weekend. I hope all of you are enjoying yourselves today. Very much looking forward to talking a lot about our Jworld platform and social media marketing. Specific topic today is going to be the sampling program inside of Jeunesse. I know there's a lot of confusion and there were some questions that came in during the week, and so we're going to do our best to not get real deep into it, but just kind of show you guys the differences and talk a little bit about social. So, Adam, let's go ahead and get started. You know, before we do that, I actually had a couple updates.
Go ahead.
All kinds of things.
Go ahead.
Happening inside of the company. So a lot of people have been asking about this call that was done with Dr. G and Papa in regards to AM and PM. They talked about some product, and it was done with one of our diamonds, Miss Teresa Gregory. The call was incredible, but a lot of people didn't know that it took place. And for those of you who are asking where that replay is, all you have to do is log into your back office, go to your members only area, and when you click on that, the little drop down menu will say downloads, and you'll want to click there, and it's located in that area. There's also calls that our medical advisor, Dr. Donna Antar, did on our Affinity product, so all kinds of information when you log in your back office if you go to your members only section. Also Exec Connect calls that have happened previously and have been recorded will be available inside of there. So make sure that you're logging into your back office and just looking at what new resources have been added and what updates have been made. So let's see what else is on my list. Okay, the Android updates. I believe there was an Android update for the JMobile application. So make sure if you are using the JMobile app, and I hope that you are. If you haven't, you can now install it using Google Play and in the Apple App Store, but you'll want to make sure that you always have the latest version, so be sure that you're checking to make sure that you're updated. That way you have some new features. There were some fixes with maybe a couple things that didn't work correctly or have been updated, so make sure you have the latest version of all of the software. So those are the quick announcements that I have for you now, and Adam, if you're there, I can't see your picture. I'm going to unblue box myself because
That's okay, I'm here. No, I'm here. I was just checking the wall, letting people know Happy Memorial Day, and if you've got questions as we go through the session here today, to make sure that you ask so that we can get some clarity on all the things that we're doing. Am I coming through loud and clear? Should be.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, great.
Cool. So you covered some great things. So listen, the company promised that they'd have Android ready for the JMobile app. They have that, so that's a tick off. That's kudos to the company. The company also said that they'd have the J drives all updated for Mac. They got that done. Now, I don't have mine on today, folks. I have to confess, I was in a business meeting with Randy and Wendy in Los Angeles last week, and I actually gave my bracelet away to an incredible team that's coming on board, which is really cool. But here's the point. The point is that the business is right there, and the company's keeping up with the things that are happening, and we want to catch everybody up to speed on what's happening with social media and how to make the entire sampling process come together and work for you. And I know, Kesia, that there's been, we promised folks last week we'd talk about the sampling piece, and I know we're going to have either Darren or Scott come on in a week or so to talk about more how all this process comes together and works. But what I'd like to do is set the stage for some of the viewers here on Memorial Day weekend and talk about what they can do if they don't have any of the sachets, which is the one portion of sampling, and then the other piece, which is the mini serums. And I've got my mini serums with me here. And by the way, I'm coming to you live from Starbucks because my family's up the hill at one of the cabins that we're at. And I figured I'd come down here and do this. And even I brought my samples with me, all right? And the reason why I carry these with me, these are the mini serums, is that I can hand them out and I can actually get somebody's information. But you've been part of putting together the strategy too for pushing out how and why mini serums and sachets work, from one on sampling and the one actually doing personal prospecting. So maybe you can give us just an update on the two different things, what people can expect now when it comes down to the sachets that go out in the mail, and the difference between that and the actual mini serum that you get to hand out to somebody.
Sure. I wish that I don't have my J drive on either. Like, I'm dropping the ball. Like, holiday weekend, I think we're just like disconnected. I'm totally dropping the ball with my J drive, but also I don't have any samples with me, and I wish that I did. But like Adam mentioned, there's some really neat features about our sampling program, and that's why you will be receiving an official update from our corporate offices. So today, I just want to give you guys a little bit of clarity because there's so many questions, but the official announcement and all of like really detailed information will be coming from headquarters. Look for that from our Chief Visionary Officer, Scott Lewis, and also our Chief Sales Officer, Darren Jensen, and that will go out in an e-blast and definitely give you guys a little bit more of an understanding of how the program works. What you need to know is that the sampling program will allow you to be able to digitally distribute or digitally disperse samples on your behalf. So you can send people to your website where they can order their own sample. They just have to pay shipping and handling. You're responsible as a distributor to cover the cost of your samples. You also have the ability to choose whether or not you want to send a sample. You can have it automated, so you have to approve every single sample order that comes through so that people aren't just eating up all of your samples. I think sampling is amazing. The reason why we want to give you multiple options is because some of you want to build your business online, or maybe you have friends and family out of state and just say, hey, really want you to try this incredible new product, give me your feedback, let me know what you think. No worries, if you like it, you can get it from me. If not, I just really appreciate that you took the time to give it a try. We know from a psychological standpoint that typically when we try things, if we like it, we'll buy it. It's kind of like Sunday afternoons in the grocery store. That's why they're always giving you free samples. Why? Because if you try it, you're probably hungry and you're like, okay, this is amazing. Let's go ahead and put it in the shopping cart. It's the same thing. They're going to use skincare products. We are more and more concerned with how we look. And not to get off on a tangent, but I think you guys should know this because it will help you build your business. I mean, this is nothing new. From the time Ponce de Leon came into this country, they were looking for the fountain of youth, okay? There's two things that everyone, it doesn't matter what country they live in or where they're at on the globe, we all do the same things. When we get up, we look in the mirror, and most people either think, I'm getting too heavy or I'm getting old. And so we have the same thoughts. The psychology behind this works the same, and that's why the anti-aging industry is absolutely huge, and that's why it's so incredible to be able to sample our products. Also, I know I always tell you guys, it's so good to educate yourself. So go through your guidebooks, go through that really fantastic flip chart that you get in your starter kits. All of these are available in the J Cloud, so you can educate yourself on the product itself. So you know how to give a sample. You know that you're talking about a product that's been clinically proven and absolutely works. So you've got the digital distribution, and then you've got the ability to hand it. We're all with friends and family. I'm out of state. We're doing all of these things. What better way than to say, hey, do me a favor, try this out. And then there's no ordering, no nothing. You actually get it into their hands. And we'll talk a little bit more about the psychology and why the sampling works and how you word it so that you give it a value and you have people understand what it's actually worth to them to be able to use it. So we've got the sachets, which are actually individual, so they know exactly, if you give it to someone, they'll know exactly how much product to put on. You won't have to worry about them, slathering all the product everywhere. A little bit of the serum goes a long way. So the sachets are amazing, and then also the mini tubes that come with the brochure that Adam was actually holding up that he has with him. So those are the two different styles of being able to actually sample. So you'll see that. If you get confused, sachets are individual, beautiful pamphlet. It's got before and after pictures. When they run out on the back, it shows them how they can order more. So it's more of a really, really good marketing piece. And then you've got the mini tubes that you can actually hand out, and that also is beautifully done. It's individually wrapped. Just incredible. That's what Adam's holding you, so you can hold it up and just show them what the mini tubes actually look like.
So that's what they look like, folks, and obviously there's a mini tube in there. You can kind of see it right there. Okay,
yep.
Coming through loud and clear. And they work. I mean, I've gotten people that have upgraded from They didn't want to become a distributor, but they became customers. And that's another important piece of the compensation plan. Is the whole point of Get Tuned is paid for you, which is the company's promotion to help you get more customers. You know, you get 5 customers, your personal matches jump up an extra 5% from 20 to 25%. You get 10 customers, and it goes from 25% to 30% on your matches. So it's really important that you either get wholesale customers, retail customers, or preferred customers. And the Get Tuned Paid For You program is designed to help you do that. And this is the main reason behind how the mini serum process works, which you can buy these in your back office. You log in and you can order these. The company will ship these to you. Important to note that these are non-refundable. I just want to make sure that's out there for everybody. Everybody knows, but it's cool because you can actually create a business lead with this fabulous mini serum. And then for the folks that have Jsocial, of course, you're able to dispense digitally. In other words, people can come to your site, get the sample, and actually go through the process of filling out the information and having the company ship the sachets, which are the samples, to that person that's tried them. And by the way, Kasai, I know there's a couple of the countries coming online with the sampling process, but can we cover the countries that are live with us now with the sampling and the mini serum products?
Yes, the countries that are live for sampling would be the United States, it would be Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. So those are the 4 countries where right now you can actually digitally distribute your samples. And like Adam was saying, let's understand the power of that. I mean, really, owning your own business is amazing. So I congratulate all of you for taking that step in your life to run your own company. But in running your own company, what that means for most people is that they're responsible for their inventory and for their shipping and for all of these things. But what's so incredible about the sampling program is it's really all done for you. When you digitally dispense something, it means that the company ships it on your behalf. So all you have to do is get the eyeballs or get people to your page to then order a sample, and that's really as simple as asking. And so the other thing that we talk about with social media too is, you know, sometimes people have to see things between 6 and 10 times before they actually ever make a decision. And so the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about sampling and why we're going to talk about Jsocial is because those 2 things go hand in hand when it comes to being able to digitally distribute samples and then also how to market your business. Some of the videos that are inside of the Jsocial player are not available inside of Jbuilder for the specific reason that they were designed around this program. They were designed around the fact that we do have cutting-edge, innovative technology that no one else in the industry has right now, and our videos really are so incredibly done. I mean, props to Brandon and our Chief Marketing Officer. I mean, unbelievable what our marketing team has been able to put together when it comes to how incredible our videos are. We also have the new Secrets of Jeunesse video that was just launched recently. So there's so many things that are being put into place in the company. We really have tremendous resources. It's just a matter of how do we share them with the world. And so we want you to know what's available at your fingertips and then how to go about and actually use it.
Sorry, Kasai, I'm just making sure we answer the questions on the wall. So listen, folks, I'm going to put this up there now, but if you have questions on any of the sampling, go ahead and ask. And we'll do our best to answer this morning. Of course, this is a holiday weekend. We know that. We appreciate all the viewers out there. We just got somebody from Brunei, Kasaya. That's really exciting. That's a long ways away. Welcome, welcome. All right. So just coming back, and I know the questions are going to start coming in now. But,
you know, Adam, really quickly, the other thing that I wanted to cover, because so many people have been asking me also about how do they sample inside of Jbuilder. There are a few places where people can order a sample from Jbuilder, like your landing pages, product pages. There's a couple areas, but what happens is when they click on that, even inside of Jsocial, they're always going to land on the sample order form. So it's very simple. It's like all roads lead to the same place. So you imagine that you just have one venue where you want to send people, which would be your sample order page, and now you just have to look at multiple ways to get people there. Is it through email autoresponders? Is it through a Twitter post? Is it through something you share on LinkedIn? Are you posting it on your Facebook page? I mean, think of social networking and think of your emails that are going out, and all of the information that you're sharing is just different roadways that are going to lead people to the same place. It's just they're coming from different directions. So The one thing about social media is it really isn't going to be a quick sprint. I mean, this, like everything in life, is a marathon. It's all about being social. And I've been getting asked really frequently about, you know, how can I market my business using social media, but really do it like incognito and, you know, make sure that I'm not jeopardizing. Like, I don't want to really be in front of anything. I just want to go out and find people to connect. And really, there are ways to do that, but then you turn into an internet marketer. And we're talking about network marketing. We're talking about personal referrals. We're talking about a relationship business. I mean, social media, the word social is there for a reason. I mean, it's not marketing media, it's social media. And so it's important that you guys know, yes, we are moving into an age of technology where we're able to transcend time, space, and distance. Literally, hello to Brunei. I mean, like, look at this. Even on our Google Hangouts, I've got people in Hong Kong, Brunei, Chile, Canada. I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Adam, you're all the way across the country in California. So we're able to transcend time, space, and distance. You're looking at us. We don't see you, but we know that you're out there, and that's what the power of technology is. So even though we're not sitting physically in front of one another, we're still able to connect. But at the end of the day, you know, you still have to trust that person. You still have to know that person. And so it's really going to be, it would make more sense for you guys to invest in actually caring about your social media presence, because you really are your own brand. You really do have a marketing message that you can share with the world, but you can do it in such a way that intertwines who you are, fun things about your life, and you also have your own expertise. There are things that you're good at and unique gifts and talents that you have that no one else has, and that also brings a lot of value to the marketplace. So from the sampling aspect, it is only available in 4 countries, but we're looking at expanding that diligently. But that doesn't mean that you always have to have someone purchase a sample in order to get into your business. I mean, the great thing about Jeunesse is we're in over 100 countries internationally, which means you really are running a global business. And when we're talking about the power of technology, we've got what it takes to really reach a lot of people. We just have to, our intention and our authenticity in doing it has to be clear.
Awesome. I do want to cover this too. Several people asked me this week about how do you funnel people to come down to the sampling, and here's how you do it. Every one of you have a Google account. Every single person on here, if you're watching us and you don't have a Gmail account, I want to encourage you to get one. Why? Because Keziah has Gmail, I have Gmail.
Yeah.
What we try and do is we educate people over these Hangouts, but these aren't the only Hangouts that we do. I do Hangouts with my team regularly where I invite them on to be panelists. I don't publish those particular events. They're a private broadcast, and we show people how to do it. So I show people how to go to the landing pages. We post links, and every one of you can start a channel, just like Keziah and myself have, for your teams. That way you can bring people on, talk about it, and share some information. So what we'll show you right now is actually where to go once you've gotten your samples, and once you've gotten your mini serums. We'll show you where they actually appear inside the Jsocial piece, and that's and then maybe I can show Keziah, or you can on the Google page. I'm sorry, on the company test account, should I say? I don't want to pull up my account, but the company test account. That landing page is an important piece. The other thing that I've also done too is I've made short links out of my sampling page, out of my digital widget that's in my Jsocial, and also some of the other pages that I have, so that when I do tweet it or when I do share it, it's a very, very short little link that somebody has to click on. That also makes a great way for me to text that to somebody. So here's what I do. I copy the link, I go to bit.ly.com, and I shorten the link, and then I save that shortened link into my notes on my iPhone. Now, if you're using a Samsung Galaxy or something else like that, there's a note section there too. You want to make sure you save those particular links, excuse me, and that way you can quickly copy them and text them to somebody. These are just little things that I do to speed up the marketing process, whether it's through a Google Hangout like we're doing right now, or if I'm texting it to somebody and I'm showing people where the links are to go to. I shorten those links specifically so it's not a long link that shows up in a text message. And I can make it very, very effective if somebody says want to find out information. I also did the same thing, Keziah, with a DSA link for the top global 2014 top global 100 companies. I shortened that link too. These are the information bits that I'm trying to make sure I make a poignant marketing text to the individual that's interested in either joining my business or finding something out about the business in the sales organization.
I love that. I'm trying to share my screen, but I don't know what's wrong. It's not allowing me to share. But guys, take that into consideration. What Adam just said. That's one of the biggest things that I recommend. It's called Bit.ly, so it's bit.ly. What happens is even on like our Jbuilder landing pages and some of the replicated websites that we use, because that's ultimately like our shopping carts, right? We've got to get people to those pages to get them to sign up into our businesses. But you know, nobody wants to see this like gigantic paragraph of a link going out on a Facebook wall or coming through their text messages. And so it's just called link shortening. I call it making your links pretty or beautifying your ugly, long, hideous links that just take up a bunch of space and look horrible. So it's just really cleaning it up. It's dressing it properly so that you look very professional. So it's bit.ly. Adam, I think that's a great tip, especially when you're using the Jsocial video widget. Oh, awesome. Okay, you can pull up your
I'm going to.
account.
I'm going to make this work for everybody. So let me try and get there really fast. I know this is my Facebook account, but let's go over here and let me just get the right account up. There we go. And let me go over here to. Okay, so let's have a look. And this should be showing up on the screen, Josiah?
Yeah, you're good. We're following you.
Cool. Okay, so I'm waiting for the actual link to load up, and I'm using mine as being a distributor. But you'll see right here it says free sample. Okay, so let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to click on that. And once you've activated your Jsocial and you've gotten your mini serums and you have your sachets, this link literally goes live on your website. Okay, and right there on your site, you should be able to see the serum that comes in from day 1 to day 7, and you'll see you can actually put your information in here. Or this is the page that I share with people. So this link here at the top that I was talking about, okay, that's the link that I copy and I put it into my notes, and then I take that from my notes on my phone, and I'm able to. I shorten that with bit.ly.com. You can go there too, actually. I'll just give everybody an idea what that is. 1 second. Here we go. That should be pulling it up, okay. And then here's what I do, ladies and gentlemen, just to make it really, really simple. I'll show you. I'm copying this link up here at the top, Control Copy. I go back over to the Bit.ly site, which is, hang on. Sorry, folks, 1 second. Fill up the right one here. Top sites. Boy, I think I may have closed that one down. Let me go and do that again. I'm at Starbucks, so forgive me if it comes on and off real fast. I'm not trying to promote coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, V-I-T, there it is right there. Okay, sorry folks, let me show you. Now that I've copied that link, I'm going to paste it in here, Control V. I'm going to shorten and watch what shows up. Okay, and there's my short little link, okay, and there it is right there on my screen. So let me get back to Josiah here.
I'm going to point out too while you're on there, the thing I love about Bit.ly is these links are trackable, so you can actually see how many clicks you're getting. So this makes sense for you too. If you want to do this, now this is going to take time, so think it through, but if you're serious about wanting to know where your sample orders are coming from or who's looking at your stuff, then tweet out a different link than you post on Facebook, or email a different link than you would post. So just do that and then get 2 or 3 of the bit.lys, and you'll be able to see, like, one could be sample text message, and that's the link that you text message, and you know how many people are actually clicking on it. And if someone doesn't click on something, or if someone hasn't ordered a sample and it's someone that you feel a close enough relationship with, just say, hey, it's a friendly reminder. Remember I sent you this link. Just, you know, when you have a minute, fill it out, order yourself a sample, and like I said earlier, if you like it, you can get it from me at a discount. If not, no big deal. I just appreciate that you took the time to give it a try. So, I mean, that's just the easiest verbiage that I've really thought through how to actually hand someone a sample or how to do it in a way that's just kind of like, look, you know, I really value your feedback, and then take the pressure off. So you're not like, look, you know, you got to try this and you got to order it. It's just more of a tactful way in doing it. And Adam, you have some really great ideas on creating value for a sample. So if people actually are handing them out or they're just distributing them digitally, I mean, we're, as business owners, we're investing. I mean, this is something that if we're giving it away, we want to make sure that we're getting an ROI. So maybe you've got to give away 3 samples to get 1 preferred customer, or 5 samples to finally enroll someone into your business, and you have to look at it. I mean, it's law of averages, like everything in life. Eventually it's going to work for you, but it also takes skill to be able to make it work. So Adam, what do you think from like a verbiage standpoint? Can you give our viewers just some ideas on how you actually sample people, like what verbiage you use?
Yeah, sure, I'd love to. So for the folks out there, after I've been chatting with people, I don't want everybody to think that I just post something up there and I expect people to come and just, you know, get a free sample. I actually, you work the lead. And that comes from using my Jbuilder account. People comment on something, a friend of mine on Facebook or through LinkedIn or Twitter, what have you, and then I get their information. I actually create a conversation with that person. Like, I'll be like, hey, Kasaya, what did you like about my positive post, as an example? And then there's a conversation that goes back and forth, not a physical conversation, a digital conversation in my when I'm messaging somebody privately inside Facebook. And then we talk back and forth, and I say, well, listen, maybe we talk about the business, what do you do? And then I say, well, listen, here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to give you a free $35 gift, and that's what this is actually worth. This particular mini serum is worth $35, okay? And when somebody says, okay, that's exciting, I tell them what it does. Now, when I'm about to give it to them and they reach out their hands, I let them know the value of this. And I say, now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to use the product for 7 days, take a before and after picture. You're going to use it twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. And in 7 days, let's talk. And then what I do is I take that person's lead that's in my Jsocial, my Jbuilder account, and I make notes on that person to follow up with them in 7 days. And then I follow up with them in 7 days to make sure that they've actually been using the product. Now, here's the great thing. When somebody does digital sampling and they get a free mini serum, they pay $2.50 for the sachet. But here's the great thing. Maybe most people don't know this. They are pre-enrolled at the preferred customer pricing. So after they've gotten the sample, whether it's handled out digitally or whether it's been in person, when they get that free mini serum or they get that the free sachets, just so everybody knows, they are pre-enrolled as a preferred customer. And preferred customer pricing basically saves a person up to 28% over retail. That's really, really important because all the email follow-up and everything else that happens, Kasaya, into our audience, all promotes being able to buy the products at less than retail, and a person becomes a preferred customer, which is promoting the pay to get to and it's paid for you program. But creating the value is very, very important because people like to try products, and when products work, after they try them, people tend to buy products that work, and that's exactly the process. But like you said, Kasaya, it's a marathon. That meaning that if somebody's going to just put a big flash up on the screen and expect everybody to say, oh my goodness, let me go and get a free serum or free sachets, free samples. It doesn't work that way. You've got to stay consistently on it. Just like building your business, growing your business from becoming an associate all the way up to the diamond ranks. It takes time. You've got to stick with it. You've got to be persistent, and you've got to keep putting these offers out there and keep on working and cultivating the leads, because that's what's going to make a difference. And then after somebody gets it, make sure that you follow up with them within or after those 7 days, because that's a crucial time. 1, to get them again, 2, to follow up with them, and number 3, to see if they want to upgrade.
I love what you just said, and I wanted to make a comment. I love the fact that you're informing everyone about private messaging. I think a lot of what we do in our business, it's like what Adam basically said is he uses the automated social marketing campaigns that are available for you inside of Jbuilder. One of the most incredible tools that we have. So if you're like, look, I'm really not a social person, I don't really know what to post on Facebook, we have campaigns that are pre-written and done for you. You just set it up to how often you want it to post on your account for you. Amazing. And we've gotten the most incredible feedback. I see people, commenting like, oh my gosh, that's so inspirational, or that, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Like they're engaging with these posts. And so what Adam's saying is if he sees someone that likes his post or someone that makes a comment on a post that went through from his Jbuilder account, he reaches out and says, hey, thanks for the like, how have you been, or what business are you in, or how are things going for you? Just connecting with those people, and that's taken not from a public standpoint, but moved into a private messaging arena. And that's where he says, hey, listen, I would love to offer you a gift valued at $35 or a $35, free gift. And then start engaging people in conversation. It also comes back to the follow-up. Follow-up is where you make your money. I mean, obviously the initial contact is great, but you can initially contact a million people, and if you don't follow up with them and actually ask for the sale or ask for what you want, I mean, it's okay to ask. You give value to the marketplace, and then you ask. Nothing wrong with asking as long as it's done in a tactful way. And then the other thing you said, Adam, that I think is really important that people need to know is when someone goes into your business as a preferred customer, that locks their spot for them, so they can upgrade at any time, but it gives them a position inside of your enroller tree, which is really, really important, because as your business continues to build, you can point that out to them, like, look, let's go ahead and upgrade your position. And once I've had many people say that to me, like, come in, try the product, and then they're like, you know what, this product absolutely works. Or they'll come and be like, I'm just going to try the product. I'm not necessarily sure that I want to distribute it, but if it ends up working for me, I don't have a problem telling my friends and family and people I know about it. I mean, you only need 2 customers to get your product for free. The whole preferred customer program is get 2, it's paid for you. I mean, that makes the most sense. We're using the product. We love the product. We know we get incredible results with the rejuvenation serum, so why not have it paid for you? I mean, like I said, we're going to buy product anyway. Why not get it from you? And our products are so beautiful. Our marketing is so beautiful. Believe me, I'm anything, but embarrassed to ever share anything about Jeunesse. Like, I'm so proud of this company and our marketing. I would put our products in Neiman Marcus all day long. I think they stand against any of the best. I mean, they really do. They're incredible, incredible products. So those were the 2 things, Adam, that I just wanted to touch base. But thank you for showing everybody those amazing tips, because it really makes a difference when you're talking about how do you sample and how can you give away the samples. It's like, we don't just want to be like, free samples, one for you, one for you. We want to make sure that we're creating value and we're actually using this strategically to market your business and move it forward in a way that's impactful and going to be mutually beneficial to not only you in building your business, but also the person that's going to try the product. Are you there? And Adam looks completely frozen right now, so I'm not really sure if it's me or if he actually dropped off. He's coming back on. Okay. Hello?
I'm back.
Okay. I was like, and I couldn't tell if you had dropped off or not.
The wonderful world of free Wi-Fi at Starbucks on Memorial Weekend.
It's technology, how could we complain when we're able to do this? It's amazing.
I love it. People say, so, I'd be joking around and telling everybody that I have, a Speedo on underneath the shirt, right? But it's so warm here in California, where I'm in Northern California, and here's the cool thing, Keziah. People are asking questions about how they do social media and how you make things work. You can run your own home-based business with some slop shorts and a shirt and go make your business work literally in over 100 countries, and you can do this mini serum and sachets in 4 countries for sampling and getting the process done. That's a huge, huge distinction over so many of the other companies out there. Many of the people that are asking questions right now on our Jworld Hangout here, somebody said, well, should I post more to Facebook or more to Twitter? And here's the thing. I would post to both. Okay, you don't just want to do one and not the other. A prime example is if you do look at my Facebook account, I've got a positive motivational quote, positive motivational quote, positive motivational quote, positive motivational quote, and then there's something about the business. And I normally do that. I set my Jbuilder account to post to 1, and then sometimes I change it to 2 times a day. Why? I found out an interesting statistic, and that is that a ton of people, after they've gotten to work in the morning, they actually go and look at their wall feed. Now, you can go into your Facebook settings and see where all your friends are from. It'll actually give you a snapshot, and it'll tell you where everybody's located throughout the world. The cool thing about that is you can tailor your marketing to the folks that are in those 4 particular countries if you're going to be doing the sampling process to make it work. And that's what I started to do, just so that I could get more interest and more traction, so that when my posts show up, they're showing up for like somebody on the East Coast or somebody in Australia or somebody that's in California. And that's why I have more frequency some of the things that I'm doing. So hopefully that answers some of the questions that are coming in right now about where to post. But I certainly would advise everybody get specifically 3 accounts. Facebook, an absolute must. Twitter, and then I go and create a profile on LinkedIn. Those are the 3 that I think are very, very important. Now, the other ones are important as well, but those ones tend to get more traction than all the rest. And that's a real important piece. So if you're going to participate in this digital world, like as I said, transcending space-time and making things work, those accounts are paramount for you to have if you're going to be doing this kind of social media. And then marketing. And then, Keziah, you said something at the beginning of our call, which I think is very, very important. And that is, people want to. That you said people want to stay anonymous in social media.
I said incognito.
And I'm like, okay, so let me think about this. This isn't online gambling, okay? This is a business where it's social, and I think it's important that people say if you have a Facebook page that you're going to promote, and that's the other thing I get asked, Keziah, is like, hey, should I start a page or not? And I think you should cover that one because we know from the research that we've done what it's like to try and build a page as well as your own personal account.
Oh my gosh, it's so much work. And that's the thing with social media. I mean, I'm not going to get up here and be like, oh, this is the easiest thing ever. I'm going to tell you that I'm considered an expert in my industry, and so many days I've wanted to throw my laptop off the balcony because it was frustrating. Like, it takes a lot of time to learn platforms. It takes a lot of time. It's an investment. But it's also a skill set. And like I had said in last week's Hangout, the new illiteracy of the 21st century is not going to be people who can't read and write. It's going to be people who do not know how to use technology, who are not versed in digital. And so we're not going away. We're actually going the opposite direction. It's going to be how we lock our doors in our house, how we start our vehicles. I mean, you name it, you're going to do it from your smartphone. And so it's really important that we learn how to do it. And it's like everything's different. You wouldn't drive a semi-truck the same way you would drive a little Fiat, right? They're 2 different vehicles, okay? And so if you look at LinkedIn, let's say LinkedIn is a semi-truck, okay? That's where powerful information and big stuff happens. And then you've got Twitter, which is like driving a little Fiat. It's pretty easy, and most people can do it. It's small, it fits around the road, it zips around pretty quick. But then you've got a big truck that's a little bit slower. So think of social platforms and being able to drive and operate each one. They're all different venues. They all work. They're all amazing, but none of them work the same. And nothing ever works the same in social media because we've got this like one variant, and it's called humanity. And so as humans, it's very, very hard to actually measure or figure out what's actually happening, what's going through someone's mind. Where was that person when they saw that post? I mean, you've got to kind of keep interacting and keep going through to market your business. It is definitely not an easy thing to do, but I'll tell you what, when you invest in this, that's why you see people who are making thousands of dollars through their YouTube videos because they hopped on and they know what it takes to make it work. They became really good at what they did. And so this isn't something that's incognito. The whole point of social media is that you have to be social. Now, you can do promoted posts on Facebook. If you want to get into that, I mean, we know that these platforms are free. Let's take it for what it is. But if you want to get in front of more eyeballs, there are ways of investing a little bit of money to get in front of more people. And, everybody's like, oh, well, now Facebook is charging. Are you kidding me? I mean, the fact that everything is free is, like, amazing to me. I mean, look at the resources that we have. Something like your phone's worth, like, $30 billion based on the information that you have access to between calculators and encyclopedias and dictionaries, and everything that you have access to right in the palm of your hand, I mean, is incredible. And that's the same thing with Jworld and why we say now you can run your business from the palm of your hand. So as far as running your business in an incognito fashion, I hate to break it to you guys, but I don't really want to interact with someone on Facebook who doesn't have a profile picture. I figure you either don't like the way that you look or you're creepy. I mean, can we get a headshot? Can we just have a picture on
so
Facebook? Let's be social. This is what it's all about. It really is a relationship business, and so is network marketing. We're not, running an incognito business. We are selling ourselves, and that's how we're running. We are the CEO of our lives, and so it's so important that we distinguish that up front, because if you want to do it in a different fashion and use these tools, you're not going into social media marketing. You're now going into internet marketing, and it's not going to give you the long-term results that you're looking for, because they'll have no loyalty to that particular business unless they have the loyalty to you. So.
Correct.
I
You
hope.
mentioned you mentioned something really good, and there's also Meredith commented here on saying when we were showing the Bitly links. I don't want to confuse everybody. The whole point of creating the Bitly links, it doesn't replace Jbuilder. You can't replace the links inside Jbuilder with Bitly. I do that so that I can send them out as text messages to individuals that I've come in contact with, so I can give them more information. It's just an additional way to market, so I don't send a huge long link in my text message. It's a nice little short piece, and that goes out to Meredith. Meredith, we're not replacing the Generation Young links, but I do when I'm texting that out to somebody. I don't text it my username.generationyoung.com. I've shortened that up at Bitly, so I just want to make sure that was clear to the audience. You can't shorten it inside Jbuilder. This is just an additional piece of information that I want to share with everybody so that they get it. But to your point, you're talking about either being creepy or not having a social media Facebook account or a page. You don't like the way you look. Ladies and gentlemen, Facebook has over a billion users. Okay, and there's almost 300 million of them that are active every single day. So you have to say that's a channel. If that was a news channel, if that was like CNN or something like that, or Fox News or whatever, that's a lot of viewers, ladies and gentlemen. And that's where you get to decide who you want to follow and who gets to follow you. And you do that both on all of them, whether it's LinkedIn or any of the other social media sites. It's really the same thing. You have to be invited in. Now, if you don't like somebody, you can block them. Okay, if somebody's being a digital creeper, give them the X. Okay, and you can actually get rid of them. So you can always find out about somebody. And then, and I do this too. When somebody wants to be my friend on Facebook or what have you, I go and actually, before I friend them, I go and read their profile just so I have a little bit of information about what that person's about, and it tells me all their likes, what they're about, where they're located, what country they're from. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then I put together a little welcome video. It's 30 seconds long, and it's called Welcome to my Facebook page. I just set up my digital camera, I step in there with my Starbucks coffee, and I was like, hey, listen, welcome to my Facebook page. I put out a positive quote, and I'm here about, also love to inspire others and help people change their lives. It's a 30-second video. And every time somebody friends me, I send them that particular video just to give myself a digital introduction. Why I don't want to come across creepy. I do like the way I look. And I'm positive about my output to receiving, new friends and saying, okay, hey, maybe they become my future customer down the road, or maybe they become my future business partner down the road, or whatever the case is. I'm going to be social about it. So I want people to know who I am, and you should want the same thing if you're looking at using social media as a way for building your business. Network marketing is a social business. It's belly to belly. And although we're not belly to belly right now with all the viewers that are on here, we're eyeball to eyeball, and we're just doing it through great technology like Jworld Hangout. This is the stuff that helps you build your business.
Absolutely.
All the stuff to talk about today. I know, let me see, there's more questions coming in. Let me go check those out, because I'll be right back. Give me a few moments here to see what they are.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, I put together a couple of tips for you guys, because I know everyone's always wondering, like, what else can I share on Facebook? So we've got your automated posts for you available inside of Jbuilder, so you'll want to use that. And then when it comes to posting, if you're like, okay, I'm making a point to just do one a day, just to log on Facebook, go through your news feed, like some things that other people have shared, because it's about engaging and interacting. If you want people to read your stuff and go through and like your comments or take a look at a video when you share it, it's a good idea that you go out and you first do that. So do it first, and then it will come back to you. It's just, law of giving and receiving, I suppose. So that's very important that you go out and you actually engage. But when you're talking about posting, mix things up to keep it interesting. You can post pictures. Photos are proven to do the absolute best through social media. We live in such a visual culture. People just look at something, they get an idea, or it's visually appealing or stunning to them. They're like, okay, great. So images are so, so important. Take pictures. If you're doing something fun, share it. Let people know what's happening. If you had a great meal, or if you're cooking out, or if the scenery's beautiful where you're at, hanging out with family, all kinds of things that you can do as far as images go. Video is important. If you can get in front of the camera, by all means do it. Or, record yourself on your smartphone and just kind of get the feel for it and then delete it. You don't have to post it if you're uncomfortable, but we are moving into that age where more and more people are going to start to use video, and video is such a powerful way to sell yourself so that you can physically see who that person is and get a feel for who they are. It's such a more tangible experience, more visceral. So when you see someone on video, it's almost like you feel like you know them. It's really weird in a sense that when you start seeing people or watching their videos and then you meet them in person, it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I know you. Same thing with your Facebook friends. I mean, there's people I've been engaging with across the country for 6 years. They've known me on Facebook and just been like, wow, it's so cool. I feel like we're friends even though we've never met in person.
Correct.
Or some of my friends, I do meet them in person eventually at other events. So images, video, it's important so that people can get to know you. That's about relationship building and rapport building. You could ask people questions. As long as they're easy to answer, that's a great way to get feedback coming into your page. Like, who knows the best lake in Dallas to rent a boat or go have fun? I mean, whatever the question is, just ask people. Who knows where to go to a good restaurant in New York City? Things that most people would be able to chime in or say, hey, I have a friend that lives in New York. They said go here. Things that are quick and easy. Statistics, infographic, recent events. You know, there is a way to kind of grab on and get involved in conversation of things that are happening currently right now that are relevant, that people are talking about, and engage people by talking about the news, what's happening in the world. Was there something really cool that happened? I mean, this weekend in the States, it's Memorial Day weekend, so a lot of us are talking about that. It's just a matter of getting engagement. So that's really good ways to kind of spark conversation and engagement. And then remember, you yourself are a brand. So you want to educate, you want to entertain, or you want to empower. Those are three things that I really, really focus on. And I actually put thought into the things that I post, and that's okay too. Yes, it's social, but not everything has to be off the top of your head. You can think, what would be relevant? If I share this, what meaning is it going to have to other people? Are they going to understand me better and know where I'm coming from? Am I going to help them? Am I giving them expertise of my own or something that they could take away and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I knew that. I mean, no offense to anybody, I know you have kids, but like when I see that your kid pooped on the potty, it doesn't do a whole lot for me. You know, it's just one more thing that's in my newsfeed. So keep that in mind when you're using social media. What is the end viewer going to think of what has been posted? And that's, again, one of the reasons why our Jbuilder is so amazing. The posts that are in there, very inspirational, very informative, empowering. You'll see me do that a lot on the Jeunesse fan page, and a lot of the content that I share on there, I do so that you guys can then take and share it to build your own business. So really important that you take the time to learn the social media platforms that you're going to use. Like Adam said, pick Facebook, pick Twitter, get on LinkedIn, whatever it is, though, just pick one or two. Get on there and just learn them, figure them out, do them well. Devote your time to one thing. It's just like if you want to look amazing or get really healthy, if you just change your eating habits a little bit, that's a good start. You don't have to become a fitness model. You just need to start somewhere. So I highly encourage you guys to do that. I don't know what happened. Adam must have lost his internet connection. But oh, he's there. Okay.
I'm here.
I was going to say,
I was just reading the post, so people were, you know, you said sometimes people hear what we're saying, but they don't really get it. Okay, so because a lot of information that Kesia just shared with you, I think you should work on what's called leadership quotes, right? Things that are going to inspire people, elevate people's thinking. Like she said,
yeah.
You know, I like animals just like the next person, but you know, seeing cute cuddly kittens and you know, jumping in and out of a box, yes, it's going to be maybe socially viral and share, but it's like, okay, what does that do to build your business, right? I mean, and that's the thing. So I look to make leadership quotes because everything I believe about in direct selling network marketing is about leadership, leadership, leadership. If you're with a good, solid leadership team and you have a strong upline, those things are going to help you build your business. Somebody who's accountable, somebody who follows up, somebody who has their goals written down, somebody who's very, very serious about where they're taking the direction of their life. Now, if you got into you know, Jeunesse to build this business part-time, awesome. But make that part-time effort really, really count. And if you're in this business and you're doing it full-time, you already know what it takes to build a sales organization. And listen, building a sales organization isn't the easiest thing in the world. If it was, everybody would have a massive sales organization. It takes time, and you've got to use these tools. People are asking Kesia, you know, what's the difference between Jbuilder and Jsocial? Well, here's the thing. The company has 4 main parts when part of Jworld, right? And that's what Kesia and I do every week is we try and educate you, inculcate into you so you understand how to use these tools moving forward. You have your J Office, which is kind of like everybody has a new J Office. Then you have J Mobile. And those are absolutely free for Android or for iPhone. The next one up is Jbuilder. That's $3 a month. It does automatic posting to Facebook, Twitter, and the company has spent an amazing amount of time putting together professionally written information so that you don't have to do the writing. And then there's Jsocial, and Jsocial is like the very, very top. So if you went to to a doctor to get a procedure done, do you want him using some of the free tools, or you want him using all the tools available to him or her? And so what I try and get people to understand is the difference of going from $3 to $19.95 a month is you have all the tools to build your business, including mini serums and sachets, which is a great way for you to build your business, because that way it gives you talking points. Like as I was just talking about, it's a Memorial Day weekend here in the United States, and for all the folks around the world that served in the forces, armed forces, what have you, thank you very, very much for providing the freedoms that we have here today and around the world. But remember that that's a talking point, and having mini serums or having sachets is another talking point for you to get people to build up interest, to convert them into either finding out more about the products or finding out more about the incredible business opportunity. And that's what I like to lead with, Keziah, is an incredible business opportunity, because people will gravitate to making more money and they'll find out about the products. But these are the things that you brought up in your last little piece that I think some people, okay, they're experts, but they're an expert too. The viewer is an expert. Here's what you're an expert on. You have viewers that either Keziah, myself, or other people don't have in social media. Like, if you counted the people that I'm connected to and the people that Keziah is connected to, and then you said, okay, the people that you're connected to, guess what? We don't know those people. You know those people. And the social influences of the bigger circles that people have, the bigger following, you might be one person away from getting a person who has millions of followers. Mm-hmm. And you have to be able to say, is posting the kitty cat piece really the way to get that person, or is it something that, hey, listen, here's a way for them to look younger and have it automatically done through the systems that we have. These are the tools we want you to embrace so you go out and actually make a bigger impact in your business. And by the way, so everybody understands, Jsocial, even though it's a $19.95 a month, you do understand that this is a business building tool that you can use as a tax write-off in your business. Okay, so you get to write it off along with your products and some other things, part of your house and what have you. These are important tools for helping you succeed. And that's what we're after here on these Jworld Hangouts, is to help you succeed at this business.
Absolutely, and the only way that I can really explain it, because there's still some confusion over what is each piece. We've got JKit, JCloud, JDrive, Jbuilder, Jsocial, JMobile, Jworld. Those are just the ones I can think of off the top of my head, but there are more. So I'm actually putting together an infographic for everybody so that we lay this information out for you more clearly, so that you can see, physically see with your own eyes, okay, this piece does this, and this component is free and offers this functionality. So what is it? But think of that as like paintbrushes, so that you can create this beautiful canvas however you want it to look. They're just extra tools that you have to build what it is that you want to build, which is obviously a successful business. And so these are just tools that work in different ways. Jsocial is really a video player that allows you to transact. So your Jbuilder is your main hub, where you're going to be able to do email autoresponders. You've got automated social media marketing posts built in. It's got drip campaigns for emails so that you can follow up with people. It's a contact management system, so all of your leads go right in there. There's so many things that you can do inside of Jbuilder, and Jsocial is just another tool that you can add, or another brush that allows you to paint a beautiful painting and build the business of your dreams. So consider it, think of them that way.
Keziah, I wanted to, you're giving people the brushes, right? So how does the audience engage more folks into finding out more about what's going on with your Jbuilder, with Jsocial, and explaining how this business works? Well, listen, I'm going to share something with the audience here, Keziah, and this is the calendar that I put together for my team, right? But once again, I'm using the company's tools to make this work. And now on your screen, you should be able to see this. See Saturdays? See the Saturday stuff here? Every single Saturday, there's Jsocial, there's a Jworld Hangout happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, Keziah and myself are committed to helping you build and grow your business. Your job is to get your next two, your previous team, whatever the case is, your active distributors to come and say, here's how, listen to what we're doing every single weekend. We do this every single Saturday. Very rarely do we take a Saturday off. In fact, there's two great events that are coming up that Keziah and myself are going to be at. Coming up in San Diego, California, Keziah, on the 28th, I believe. It's an evening event. I think it's an evening event. Actually, you know more about it than what I do. Why don't you promote it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I got to look. I want to say it's the 29th. I don't have my calendar pulled up. But I'm very excited to come to San Diego. I will be there. Adam's also going to be joining us. I'll be training on Jbuilder, Jsocial, all things Jworld. So I'm really excited to see you guys. If you are in or around the San Diego, California area, I would love to meet you. I would love to answer your questions. Please come, because that afternoon we're going to have an intensive Jworld session, so it'll be more of a classroom setup. Also, bring your questions, because I'm happy to answer them for you. We have other key leaders that are coming in. I believe Miss Lucy West will be joining me, so I'm very excited to have Lucy there. I'm trying to pull this up on our fan page so I can tell you guys the dates of the event. And then 2 days later, I'll actually be flying from San Diego to San Francisco along with Lucy West. She'll be joining me and some other leaders. We've got Adam will be joining us. Also, Diamonds Kelly Banger is going to be there. So lots of very, very exciting things
Kathleen
happening.
Kathleen Diegelman will be there.
Kathleen Diegelman, yes. Okay, so let me give you the information here. San Diego. This Blitz meeting in specific is going to feature Diamond Director Teresa Gregory and myself for Jworld, and then also Adam, you'll be there. So that's Thursday, May 29th, and that starts at 6:30. So what we've got there is an opportunity meeting, and then from 8 to 9 we've got a fast start training, and then I guess before that, come a little early if you have questions for Jworld, because I don't see it built in because this is opportunity fast start, but if you come a little bit earlier and then you come after, we'll do fast start in Jworld.
Awesome. There were on the calendar, there was also things that I know that I use, and I send these out as tweets, and I also send them out as text messages to my team. So every Saturday there's the Jworld event. But you know what happens every Thursday in our company, Keziah? Every single Thursday, leaders in the company do an incredible conference call. And it's promoted on the Facebook fan page for Jeunesse. But you should make a short little copy of that with the PIN code and the dialing number, so you can automatically post it from your phone to your Facebook page or to your Twitter account or what have you. Why? So you get people that will dial in and listen. And listen, after they've watched your particular, they get that particular note, they have to follow up with you if they're interested. And that's another trick or hook to actually getting people to take a listen at your business. And then you've got to plug into these Blitz meetings, like Keziah just promoted. You've got to plug into the Blitz meetings that are going on around the country. And if you'd like a particular meeting going on in your area, specifically I'm speaking to the United States right now, make sure you either message Keziah or myself on our Facebook pages or I'm sorry, social. What is it? I forget your email address at the company.
Yeah, you can email me directly if you have questions. Also, it's social@JeunesseGlobal.com. Also, big props to our customer service department, who has just done such an incredible job learning the Jbuilder platforms, learning JMobile, and doing such a great job in customer service, helping you guys work through this. And we appreciate you guys also, because as we've all been learning this, it's been an incredible experience. You guys have been amazing. Your feedback has been so helpful, and we really, really appreciate that. Like Adam always says, teamwork is what makes the dream work. And quite frankly, it works in a cycle. It's not, corporate and distributors. It's all of us trying to work together to propel this business forward, and that's exactly what we're doing. So we appreciate you guys. We appreciate everyone at corporate, and your input is so valuable. So if you have anything to say or have questions, please feel free to reach out. It's just social, like social media, social@JeunesseGlobal.com.
If you have questions on anything here, if you post them up on the page right here for Jworld, we'll get to those too. And listen, the Jworld Facebook page is what we do to promote the things that are happening within the Jworld business. Okay, so if you're part of the Jworld, either you have Jsocial, Jbuilder, those areas is where we promoted the things that are going on. So any of the new updates, any of the new releases, besides it happening on the page for Jeunesse Global, we do the same thing on Jworld. Why? Because we stay very, very focused on some of the things that we're doing with the digital marketing, and that's what we're doing here. The main page has to promote everything that's going on in the company. And with that being said, just be wary of all the things that are going on. Remember, there's over 100 countries that this has to be managed through. So we stay very, very focused on things that we're doing. We want you to grow your business, but if you have questions, you have concerns, you want some feedback, you can message me. I get to my Facebook messages almost right away. Or make sure you follow up with Keziah either on her Facebook page or social at JeunesseGlobal.com.
Absolutely, and just to add to that, I do know that all of the Jbuilder translations, I believe there's about 5 new languages that are set to be released. People had mentioned that it had gotten released in some back offices and then kind of got taken out. Well, the translations were not done, but it looks like by July we'll be starting our international rollouts of launching these platforms in other countries and other languages. Also, right now our app is available in, I believe, 18 of the languages. So it is, you can download the JMobile application in any country. Please, I encourage you to do that. Google Play or the Apple App Store. Go and download that. Use the tools that are available to you. They don't work unless you do. So by all means, please download them. Join our Hangouts every Saturday. Like Adam said, check the fan page for events that are coming up. We hope to see you again next week. If you are not in the California area, I won't see you at the live event. If you are, I look forward to meeting you. And if not, please continue to check the calendar for events coming to a city near you, because I can guarantee you they will be in the very near future. So, guys, thank you so much for your time. Adam, appreciate having you on the call today. Thanks for all of the great information that you've shared. If you have additional questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section of the video below. And again, I'm your host, Keziah J. Joining me today was Adam Vincent Gilmer. We appreciate you viewing, and we will see you on next week's Jworld Hangout. Thanks for watching.